Hello, hello, Leos. Thank you so much for watching today. We're going to start with the singles and jump right into the couples. This will be love or general, whatever is most prevalent, whatever comes out. Make sure you leave your questions and your comments down below. You never know, you might be the question that gets answered with a one card reading in the comments section. So let's jump right in to our Leo singles. We're using the Urban Tarot. Let's see what your energies are like. Okay, we have the Princess of Swords, the activist. We see Leos who are single standing up for themselves, setting boundaries, standing up for people within the community. Many of you might be protesting or joining outreach groups, trying to do what's best for your life, the humanity, your local community. Many of you are speaking up and speaking out about injustices and incorrect things that are happening in your world around you and the things that you see. Many of you, again, are setting healthy boundaries in your life with people, places, and things that try to take advantage of you. Just speaking out, being very vocal, and taking control, taking a stand for yourself, letting people know that they're not going to walk all over you, Leo, and reaching out, being very vocal. We see some of you potentially writing letters, making phone calls, sending out letters, papering the neighborhood, things of that nature, being very helpful to bring about change during this time for a lot of my Leos, trying to affect positive change through your life, through your boundaries. We see dominion here. We see you taking control. We see you dealing with entities and organizations. Trying to bring positivity into a dark situation. Again, we see you dealing with potentially government agencies, huge organizations, trying to bring fraud and injustice to light, people being taken advantage of. You're trying to be the source of justice for yourself or for others right now for wrongdoings and transgressions against you. You're trying to balance the scales and you're letting everybody know. And you're being very firm in your convictions, for my fire signs out there, that you're not going to take no crap during this time period, and you're not going to even let anybody cross you with their crap. You're not letting people bring their drama to you during this time frame. For my single Leos out there, you're being very adamant about your boundaries, your personal boundaries, the things you will and will not accept. And again, we see a take charge energy. We see you handling your business with organizations and large entities and groups who may be trying to oppose you. Okay, we see you doing lots of research, looking into people, places, and things, doing research on how you can help yourself during this time, how you can help push your goal forward in whatever this fight it is you're up against, that you've taken on. For my Leos out there, or that was brought up against you, we see you doing research, looking for help, looking for people who can help assist you in this time. We also see potentially people looking in and you, air sign, checking you out right now, potentially your social media, getting messages from an air sign person or someone with air sign energy, sending and receiving direct, straightforward kind of messages via email, text, call, things of that nature. So we see you putting in a lot of work during this time, doing a lot of research, expending a lot of energy to set your boundaries, to work towards your goals, to fight for what's right. And with that, we're seeing the Eight of Cups. We see dissatisfaction in the past. We see some of my Leos feeling like they're up against all odds and they're doing it by themselves. We see a lot of our single Leos feeling a little isolated, lonely, feeling like things aren't going their way right now in this time period. But the universe is saying, no, you set your boundaries. You can do it. You have what it takes. Just do a little research. Continue to stand firm in your convictions if you are right. Stand on the side of what's right and do what's morally correct and walk in your integrity, and this is going to be fine. We all go through ups and downs in life, guys, but be strong. Walk away from situations that no longer serve you. If it's not for your higher good, never be afraid to kick over those cups and start fresh, because a new beginning is better than being dragged down by heavy burdens and heavy weight and situations that may be outside of your control, and situations that cause hurt and pain that we can remove ourselves from. We should remove ourselves from. So, right now for our Leo singles, we see the 10 of autumn energy right now. You taking steps to make sure that you're financially secure. You fighting these entities, these organizations to get your money. We see you making sure that you go and you get living wills and you get trusts for those of you who have property and things and maybe getting a little older, making sure that your kids are going to get their inheritance. We're making sure that our businesses are set up and things of that nature. You're you're doing a lot of research and you're doing a lot of planning and preparation, and all of this leads to a firm foundation, a great retirement, extra money in your pockets. You're making wise investments. You're making wise choices and decisions. So if you had to let a few people go, Leos, recently, you had to leave some situations that weren't emotionally satisfying, that is okay, because the universe says clear out that negativity, make room for this prosperity, and make room for your family, your friends, and the things that you love, because that's what's important right now, not the things that hurt you and cause you pain. Working on those things spiritually, releasing them, trying to heal and grow, so you can bring in your abundance. That's what's important. We see you having a lot of duties to do, so don't be afraid to reach out to your family and friends for help, okay? You don't need to juggle if you can ask for assistance and use your higher guidance and your free will to come to your decisions and your choices about your life. For my Leo singles out there, we see you trying to make time to have some fun, let your hair down after some disappointing times, after some challenges and things, and having to speak up for yourself and set boundaries, do a lot of work and research and things. All that multitasking it can wear you down. So make sure that you take time to recharge yourself, um, and do things that you enjoy, Leo, to try to bring some happiness in, okay? We see that Eight of Winter, and this is very similar to Eight of Cups energy. So make sure that you are uplifting yourself. You're telling yourself how beautiful you are on the inside and out, how great you are, how much you've overcome, how much you've grown as a human being, and build your self confidence up. You don't need someone else to tell you you're brilliant, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're funny, you're all those things, and you know it. You don't need no one to tell you you're a survivor or you're strong. You know it. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the life that you've lived and who you've brought into your life and who you've positively affected. So let go of those any of these insecurities you might be feeling right now for my Leo singles out there, okay? Try to ground yourself so we can bring in some positive manifestations and some positive new starts after these challenges you've been experiencing recently or will experience soon. We see you taking steps to bring in financial freedom, and bring yourself out of this feeling of emotional lack, and feeling like you're challenged and you're having to fight for things by yourself, to hold things down for yourself or you and your children and your family. We see a main male playing a significant role in this timeline right now. This person could be younger to you, but we see someone coming in being of importance of this time that can help you during this situation. And also for some of you singles right now, we see a main male coming in potentially as a dating partner. So, if you had to walk away from somebody to start anew, it's okay. The universe is saying, do that. Let those things go. Have confidence in yourself. Have confidence in who you are as a human being, as a woman, and know that great things are coming because you are a great person. You deserve help. We see a mature man coming in. Okay, so we see a lot of masculine energy coming in around to assist and bring change and help move along the goals of my Leo singles out there. And again, please keep in mind for my Leo singles out there that are dating, this could be two different energies, one older, one younger, one older than the other. They could fall anywhere in between your age range, however. But you could have two love interests also coming in, or two male figures around you that could play a big role in helping you get over some obstacles during this time for my Leo singles. Okay, so just be conscious of, you know, making wise decisions for your money. Try to spend time with your family to uplift yourself and ground yourself. Call in your family for help to help you fight some of these battles. Maybe write some of these letters. Go to some of these protests or things like that that you're doing with you. Call them in to help you do this charity that you're doing. Okay, for my Leo singles, you have to the celestial mountain. You have the ability to invoke divine power, to call to the celestial mountain. So, what you might be gifted with, so you to call the celestial mountain so that you might be gifted with spiritual energy you need to attain your goals, an expression of spiritual empowerment. You are you empower the divine forces that can assist you to come to your aid and help you manifest your vision. So again, don't be afraid to call in your ancestors, your family, your friends, your spiritual guides, the angels, whomever you believe in, Buddha, Allah, um, whoever, whatever. Call in the universe to assist you in these goals. Ask for help because you're going to receive it during this time period to bring your manifestations in, to bring this money in that you need, to bring this change in that you need, to bring in this relationship that you would enjoy, that you would crave, not in a codependent way, but just because you would like a companion. So, Leo, have confidence in yourself. I want you to work on your self confidence during this time period. Say affirmations. Tell yourself you're beautiful. Listen to healing music. Get Reiki if you can. Um, Try to balance your energies and bring in and anchor in some positivity and overcome some challenges that you might be facing from large organizations or groups around you. Okay? Your family and friends, the people of your community are willing to help you. Your spiritual team is always there to assist you. You just need to call in the help. Make sure you're keeping your energy clear too for my Aries singles out there. Excuse me, for my Leo singles out there. Make sure you're doing spiritual baths, spiritual cleaning, saltings, saging, Palo Santo, things of that nature. You're listening to healing music and healing frequencies. You're trying to meditate when you can, spiritual showers and baths and things of that nature to help protect your energy and anchor in the things that you do want to come in. Okay, so Aries, if, excuse me, I just said Aries twice. Aries may be heavily involved in some way, shape, or form during this period for my Leos out there. So, but if you're vibing with me, Leos, go ahead and leave me a question or comment. Leave me a thumbs up. You never know. Your question may be answered with a one card reading in the comment section. So, and make sure you find me on the other social media channels. I'm going to be populating those pages with content very soon. Things like my Patreon, OnlyFans, and Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Um, so make sure you're on the lookout for that for my Aries out there. And my Leos, excuse me, I just said Aries for the third time. Again, guys, you could have an Aries heavily on your mind. Aries could play a heavy role in whatever is happening in your circumstances for my singles and couples out there. For my singles out there, you could have an Aries coming in. For my couples out there, you could be connected to an Aries in a relationship with an Aries, but I just oddly keep saying Aries. And although it's the Aries birthday season, it seems to be energetically connected to you in some kind of a way, that fire energy as well. Okay, so just be out on the lookout for that for my Leos out there right now. So let's jump into the couples. I'm just about done here. Thank you again for watching my videos. I do have a demanding full-time job, so this is not my full-time job. I'm unable to put out videos at the frequency that I would like because I have to record after work or spend my weekend doing this. So I appreciate your thumbs up for those of you who appreciate all the time it takes to for creators to get their videos up just on one channel, let alone several multiple social media channels. So thank you, Leos, for being awesome and understanding and giving me a thumbs up and sharing that goodwill. I appreciate it. All right, Leos, couples, let's see. All right. Wow. We're starting out with the Empress for our Leo couples. Our Leo couples are in nurturing energies right now. Many of my Leos potentially have just welcomed in a new child, found out that they're pregnant, welcomed a new child into the family, maybe your grandmother or grandparent, give me a thumbs up if you welcome a new baby. We love babies around here, so go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Let's celebrate that new life being brought onto the earth and these new abundant beginnings. It looks like whatever you Aries, you Leo couples are working on during this time frame, it's bringing in abundance. It's going to be an abundant, fruitful time for you couples to start new beginnings, start new projects, pick up old projects, start hobbies and things of that nature. You're going to see these things grow and come to life and be grounded and sustaining and nurturing. We also see Aries and a more Empress-like energy during this time frame for our female aspected Aries out there. We see you really encompassing being a matriarch almost of your family, of your friends, of your community, and really providing everyone with abundant, loving energy, support, nurturing, being the light that you want to see in the world, and going ahead and shining that brightness. And it's going to result in fertility for you and abundance coming in for you and your household, Aries. So that's really amazing. And again, thumbs up and congratulations to any of you who may be having children right here. We have another nod to children for my Leos out there. Someone is heavily thinking about children, potentially thinking about having children, have new children in the family. We have many of our grandparents out there spending time with their children and grandchildren during this time. We see successful, very passionate new stars for our Leos out there. You're really sitting high and riding high in your own energy, your own fire sign energy right now, Leos. You're really kicking butt and taking new starts, feeling fresh and brand new. This is a great time for fresh, amazing new starts to feel youthful and brand new. I see some of my Leos starting fitness routines, getting out more now that it's spring in the U.S. and being able to get out and do more things. We see you wanting to start new projects, start new hobbies. We see you all spending time. Some of you are spending time with children within your community. You're mentoring. You've decided to volunteer your time in organizations and things of that nature. You find yourself babysitting maybe your grandchildren, spending more time with children and youth within your family. But we see abundant new starts. You're starting out, Leos, with two major arcanas, the Empress and the Sun. That is nothing but abundance, fertility, good omens for projects, good omens for growth, and anything that would be lucrative for you during this time. We see you being very analytical, doing some walking away from things that don't serve you, doing some cord cutting, removing people who may have been snake-like energies out of your life. But I get this card as being very technical. You're doing a lot of work on your heart chakra, your spirituality, trying to learn about the universe, trying to learn about the world, creation, and things during this time, trying to help yourself with these new starts, trying to help yourself manifest during this time, but not being afraid to walk away from situations that don't serve you. For my Leos out there, we see you being very confident about new starts within your relationships. For my Leos out there doing the research and things that you need online, and you see you making purchases, technology purchases to help assist you in your goals, learning new things about technology, learning new things about the universe, your body, your spirit, your mentality. We see some of you may have children who may be getting accepted into medical school, medical colleges, taking LVN courses, medical assistant courses, uh, certified nursing and doctors and things of that nature. So we see you spending time in medical facilities or around someone who has medical training also during this time. For some of my couples out there who happen to be Leos, but a great time to learn, educate yourself, get in touch with their higher self, move away from people who may be snakes in the grass as well, speaking up for yourself, setting boundaries, setting goals, doing work within your community. We just saw this come out for our singles. We see you speaking up, setting boundaries, helping the community, taking a stand against organizations and entities that are wronging people, speaking up against fraud, and helping and assisting in charities within your community, speaking up for yourself. Again, cutting away with the Six of Swords, people and places and things, emotions, experiences that don't serve you, and taking a stand saying, we deserve better than this. I deserve better than this. I'm going to speak up for myself. I'm going to use my intuition, my higher self to guide me to all this prosperity I see in this Sun card coming out and this fertility. And all that starts with me taking a stand and moving forward. The best way to move a manifestation, or a good way to move a manifestation forward, is to participate in the manifestation. So, for instance, if you wanted to manifest a car, a great way to manifest a car is to manifest the ability to be able to afford the gas, the insurance, the car note, you know? So, it's all about how you manifest. All right, couples. Let's see what else we got for our Leo couples. We have the Two of Spring. We see a bright future manifested through hard work. We see you guys working together towards your goals for my Leo couples out there. We see you working within your community, within your friend group, and your family circle to get things done and get things accomplished. We see you putting in the hard work and dedication to grow, plant your seeds and grow them and make sure everything comes to fruition. We see you working within your community, working with organizations and groups, starting organizations and groups to help your community. We see many of you, I'm getting this as feeding the community. We see many Leos doing things to help charity, donating of their time, belongings, and money to help help humanity, help mankind, help themselves, help the people they see when they walk out their door every day, help push positivity forward in the universe. And we see you guys coming up against a little opposition. We see ego energy here, a devil like aspect, or someone trying to be manipulative or feeling betrayed or trapped. Okay, so don't allow people to make you feel trapped or manipulate you, couples, during this time. Make sure that you're putting your focus on what could help the greater good right now, and not just the material gain that you need to propel your life forward, but what do you do once you have it? You know, taking the steps to say, hey, I got my house now, but what can I do in my house that helps me and helps the community? Maybe I can buy a couple of loaves of bread and pass out sandwiches to the homeless now that I'm more stable. So make sure now that you have abundance and all this possibility, growth, and fertility coming in with the sun and this Empress card here, that you're spreading that good nature, that good karma around, okay? But more importantly, for my couples out there, you Leos, I want you to be on the lookout for this type of energy coming in, because things are going well, because people are going to see finances and abundance coming in. People are going to think they can come take from you. So be aware of those type of energies for my Leos out there who are in couples with people who might want to take advantage of you, okay? So we have the Emperor coming out as a counterpart to your Emperor's energy. This is fan freaking tastic. We see this being an excellent time for our Leo couples out there. We see you have your counterpart, your equal, your soulmate, your twin flame with you, supporting you all along the way. We see this being fruitful, abundant. We see potentially you or your spouse getting a promotion, a raise, increase in business, increase in finances. We see this as being a take charge, take control energy. I'm not going to let someone come in and wreck what I've built type of energy. We see you guys sticking together as a family when you come up against opposition or people who might want to take what you guys have earned. We see you, a supportive mother and father here, nurturing their children, their family, and their community, spreading love, joy, and happiness across the world. So, I mean, this is a great time to be aware of that negative energy trying to come in through that devil-like energy of the ego, and make sure that we are not getting too full of ourselves when all this abundance and prosperity starts to flow in. Just be generous and kind and give to the less fortunate. Help a hospital, help a homeless shelter, help a veteran, help a shelter in a war-torn country, help build a well, plant a tree, things of that nature. Do local charity in your communities for at teen risk, women's shelters, men's shelters, and things of that nature. Go visit an elderly person that doesn't have friends or family near, they are lonely. Make sure you spread that wealth so you are spreading joy and more abundance can come to you and your household as well, okay? So we see expectation here during this time period. Some of my Leos are waiting for news or information about something, waiting to have expectations of scenarios playing out in a certain way. So just make sure that when you're manifesting, that you manifest and you allow for it to come in the way that the universe sees best. Okay, so we have the female energy in the reading. expecting to hear some news, having expectations of some change. And we do see change coming in. We do see positive cycles starting again with the Empress, the Emperor, and the Sun card. Okay, we see that coming out of poverty. So let go of that devil attachment, that lack mentality, that ego mentality, and just know that these times of struggle and strain are coming to an end. The times of not having enough, feeling like you're out in the cold and you don't have enough to make ends meet. Those things are coming to an end for my Leo couples out there. Yes, be expectant. It may come in a form that the change may come in a form that you may not be expecting. You could be expecting to get a windfall of money, and maybe instead you get a refund of some kind. Or maybe you could be expecting to sell a car, but maybe instead you win a car. You know, it may come in a different way, but the universe is saying, be open and willing to put your hand out and say, yes, I deserve this abundance. I deserve this prosperity. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to be confident. And I know that the universe is going to help me manifest. So for my Leo couples out there, we're going to wrap up this reading for you guys with Immortal Treasures. So don't forget to leave your questions and comments down below and like and subscribe, because you never know. Your question may be the question that gets answered with a one card reading for my Leos out there. Okay, so it says immortal treasures. Within you are precious, immortal treasures, gifts of your soul, which include the ability that you have to transmit healing. Honor yourself as a healer, whether formally or informally. Your soul brings a special healing light to humanity. You have divine support in your role as a healer in whatever way, usual or highly unusual. That that this is unfolding for you now. So again, Leos, when all this prosperity comes in for you, make sure you help your community. Make sure you help the less fortunate. You share that healing light with the world. You and your spouse, you and your soulmate, you and your twin flame can affect some real positive change within your community, and by coming together and shedding a little light for those who are less fortunate. So don't be afraid to use your experiences of the past and those times where you may have suffered lack, where you may have not um, had enough to make ends meet, and speak to people about these times. Speak to people about the times where you were hungry, homeless, or you had to do without it. You didn't know how you were going to turn your lights back on, and how you overcame those things and the emotions that you went through. These things help heal others, okay? So don't be afraid to share this abundance with others. Make sure you protect yourself, protect your energy, of course, but make sure you're spreading the wealth, because you're going to have a lot of abundance coming in from my Leos in the spring, okay? And the universe is saying, spread the joy, spread the wealth to others, and make sure you not only fill your cup, but you're filling the cup of those who are less fortunate. You know, make a couple of sandwiches for the homeless, do a food drive, do a clothing drive, do things that you can do. Clean out your apartment, clean out your space of things that you no longer need, and donate to the homeless. You don't have to donate to a shelter. If you have a homeless community or encampment where you live, go ahead and walk those things over to those people. They'd be very grateful for the clothes that you don't use anymore, for the blankets that you don't use anymore, for the personal care items that you have extra of. If you have extra deodorant, toothpaste, and things of that nature, share. Okay, Leos, it's going to come back to you tenfold. So thank you so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed my time today. I enjoyed you being here.